Welcome back to Kansas City Live. A few weeks ago on our Facebook page, we asked you to tell us your favorite barbecue joint, and you answered with Oklahoma Joe's coming out on top. Well, the guys over at Oklahoma Joe's know that making A+ barbecue is an art. That's right, even at home. So right next door, they have the Kansas City BBQ Store, where you can get everything you need and talk to a barbecue expert to learn some tricks and trades of barbecuing. Dan Hathaway can be found at the Kansas City BBQ Store every day, and he's here with us today to share some secrets, which we love because, you know, it is an art making great barbecue, and we're known for it in Kansas City. So if you have some guests in town, you know, over the weekend, you want to be up on your
Absolutely.
barbecuing.
Yeah.
So let's start on first of all, here we have some ribs here. What is the trick to marinating or a rub? How early do you apply that rub before cooking?
It varies, from person to person, but myself, I like to give myself at least 2 hours, season them, let them sit in the fridge for an hour, let that rub soak in, let it dissolve a little bit, create that nice crust that you're looking for when you develop bark on your ribs. Then after that, you can just throw it directly on the grill and you're good to go.
Perfect. Okay, let's get working.
Okay, let's do this. Now, these are what we call spare ribs. They're cut down a little bit. They're cut down to a St. Louis style rib, which is a little bit shorter of a spare rib. They take the breastbone off. And the most important thing that I feel with spare ribs is taking this membrane off. This is the only way that you're going to get rub into the backside of the meat and develop that good flavor.
How do you do that?
Very simple. I like to take a butter knife. You get right underneath the membrane there. Start it off with your thumb, and then take a paper towel and just
pull it away.
Comes right off, just like that.
Sorry for all of you vegetarians and vegans out there right now. You might want to go have a little coffee break.
Yeah, it is a bit graphic.
Yes.
But just get that off all the way. And at this point, you are ready to season your ribs.
Okay. How do you season? Do you just...
Well, I like to use what we call a dredge cup or a shaker.
Okay.
This actually allows you to get good even coating. It has enough holes in it to allow more seasoning to come out of it all at one time. Now, this is a little bit of a salty rub, so we don't use quite as much on it because there are some people that, you know, can be a bit salt sensitive. But at this point,
and
just pat it in both sides, get a nice even coating, and the sides.
Oh, can't forget the sides.
Can't forget the sides. And right there you have a seasoned slab of ribs that's ready to go on the cooker.
Okay, so for cooking, do you recommend a slow, low heat, indirect, or what do you recommend?
Well, you know, if you don't have a dedicated smoker at the house, you can use a Weber kettle or any kind of kettle-style grill with charcoal and do the indirect heat. You know, you're looking at about 240, 260 degrees in that range. Some of the smaller grills, you won't be able to maintain that low of a temperature, but definitely the 240, 260 range is where you want to be with ribs. And you give yourself 4 hours.
Four
full hours.
Michael, you're impatient. Come on in. You're not going to wait for even 4 seconds to come in to try a bite.
I love that we've had white chocolate, martinis, and wine, and now it's time for the main course.
Michael, do you want to dig in?
I will. I'm not going to be shy.
They look perfect. They're not overcooked. They're like just perfect.
Oh.
What do you think?
Yes, please.
Very, very good?
Very, very good.
Here, let's pull a sauce on that for you.
And in terms of sauce, do you like to add it right at the end or a few minutes out?
You know, I'm a sauce guy, so I love sauce on my barbecue, and I always add, 5 minutes before it comes off the grill, just so it gets that little bit of caramelization. And
this sauce is rocking my face off, man.
Yeah, it's our restaurant sauce. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you for coming out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Great advice too.